What's poppin', everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about boxing news. Make sure you click that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and most importantly, leave a comment so I can respond to you and we can talk about the video. So, tomorrow's going to be a huge boxing fight. We got Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter. A lot of people are saying that this is going to be fight of the year. Now, both of these guys, they fought Keith Thurman. It was both great fights. But that's not what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about basically the best guy at 147, Errol Spence. Errol Spence will be at the fight. He posted on his Instagram story today that he is already in New York, so he will definitely be at that fight tomorrow. And I'm basically about to break some news for y'all. This is breaking news. Errol Spence will be walking into the ring to basically confront whoever wins this fight to fight him next. Now, we all know that Mikey Garcia has said that, he wants to come up and fight Errol Spence. But since he said that, we haven't really heard too much about that fight actually being serious. So Errol Spence is definitely going to be walking into that ring to confront whoever wins this fight, whether it's Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter. And hopefully we can finally see one of these guys fight Errol Spence. Me personally, I would prefer to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman, but we all know that Keith Thurman isn't really taking boxing serious these days. He's just not. He hasn't fought for about a year. Obviously, he says that, he's still dealing with injuries. I actually think that that's bullshit. I believe Keith Thurman is in love right now. Obviously, he just got married. I don't think boxing is a priority for Keith Thurman at this point in his life. Maybe we'll see him next year. Me personally, I could care less. But Keith Thurman is also going to be at the fight too. But, my main thing is, the only thing I want to see is I want to see if Keith Thurman is in shape. Because if we see Keith Thurman at this fight tomorrow and Keith Thurman is still looking fat like he was about 3 months ago, then we know that Keith Thurman is not taking boxing serious, and chances are we're not going to see him until next year. And at this point, like I said, there's so many great fighters at 147. Not just 147, but just boxing right now, period. Even, with the heavyweight fighters, you got so many great fighters doing their thing. I can honestly care less about Keith Thurman getting back in the ring, because I'm not finna wait 2 years to see one fighter fight when there's so many other great fighters. So, breaking news, Errol Spence is going to be walking in that ring to basically let Shawn Porter or Danny Garcia know, let's get it on. Let's unify. Let's get this fight going. Let's give the boxing fans what they want. You guys have been ducking me for years. You both have said on numerous amounts of times that you don't want to fight me because you think that I haven't done enough. So let me prove to you that I do deserve it. And it's going to be very exciting, man. It's going to be very exciting because, a lot of people like to say that Keith, Shawn, and Danny are all scared of Errol Spence. So once we actually get to see Errol Spence get in these guys' face eye to eye, we're going to see who really wants to do this. And we're going to see who really doesn't want to do this. Because sometimes you can see in a fighter's eyes that, they don't want to fight this guy. So it's going to be very interesting. Danny Garcia has been doing a lot of interviews, obviously, to promote the fight. And he was asked if he wants his next fight to be against Errol Spence, and Danny said yes. Danny said, at this point in my life, I want to have the fights that pay the most money, and obviously the most money that I can get paid with boxing is unifying this title against Errol Spence. So Danny Garcia has confirmed that he wants to fight Errol Spence next. Shawn Porter hasn't really confirmed it, but Shawn Porter basically said that him fighting Errol Spence makes the most sense. So I guess in a way that means that he wants to fight Errol Spence next. So you guys heard it here first. Breaking news, Errol Spence will be walking into the ring to confront whoever wins this fight, whether it's Danny or Shawn. Leave a comment. I'm out. Skirt.